What's popping, guys? Welcome back to my channel. It's your boy Rare One on this joint again today. Thank you all for your support. As I keep saying, guys, please, I need your help and favor to grow this channel. So do share it with people that you know and even far, right? Like these videos and do subscribe if you haven't already. I'd like to know what you think whenever you watch my content. Drop me your thoughts and opinion in the comment section below. Otherwise, go follow my TikTok and Instagram accounts, and my email is down there as well. Reach out to me if you want to collaborate, or you have something you'd like me to cover, or anything else you'd like to reach out to me for. Now diving straight into it. A few weeks ago I recorded a content on men and hygiene, part 1 and part 2, and a lot of you enjoyed that. I'm glad, and thanks to those of you who kept an open mind. But today I'll go straight into it. See, it's a very big problem that men encounter with women in this day and age, in this thou shalt not tell or correct me century, aka the modern women's mantra of what makes them feel like, yeah, you're the boss, you're on top of things. I don't know, maybe I'm wrong. I'd like to be wrong, right? However, it's a very big problem that many men encounter with women, but we struggle to tell you. Because we live in a very sensitive society today. You so much as say that right thing to the wrong person, you could get cancelled for it. You could get slammed with so many things. We don't want to get into that. But the point I'm trying to make is a lot of you ladies are losing your men as a result of your hygiene problems. And they will never tell you. Because the thing with men is when we draw close, so many times you people wonder why men, or like, why isn't he talking to me? Why wouldn't he say anything? Do you know what? This guy ghosted me. Do you know what? I spoke to this guy one time, we hung out, we had a great time, and the next thing he ghosted you, or he stopped talking to you, or he, maybe he slept with you and then never got in touch with you. Now that's not a very good thing to do, gentlemen. I will not encourage you to do that. Right? Don't do that to somebody's daughter. It's not right. It's not correct. It's not good. It's not good. However, some of you have serious hygiene issues that you're intolerable. Your presence is intolerable. You're intolerable. Some of you have very, very, very bad BO. And I get it. The female body biologically is wired differently from the men. A lot of hormones are at play there, so it requires a lot more attention and so many things to keep it in order. But most importantly, a lot of you ignore that fact and concentrate your attention on artificial things that add little or no value to you. Your nail shanks, I call them, the masquerade, your makeup, and the costumes you wear on your body, well, the apparels. Whilst they're all pleasing to the eye, I keep reminding you that you are your responsibility, so it doesn't stop there. It goes up to what you even consume in your body, because what you put in is what comes out. The men are talking in chambers, in our corners, but they cannot correct nor tell you the problems that they encounter when they get intimate with you. I get it. Not everybody wants to talk about this. It's a very sensitive subject. Several of you, when you even have men who are bold enough to tell you that, babe, wifey, girl, something's wrong down there, could you do something about it? You spin it around and attack. Either immediately or you find a different time. You people are incorrectable. You don't like to hear it. How can we work together except we agree? Doesn't make sense. See, I get it. To tell you today you can be whatever. If he doesn't love you or accept you the way you are, somebody else will. But one thing you have to ask yourself is, as much as it's good for somebody to accept you the way you are, you ought to ask you, are you being accepted as the shit you are, or as the full shebang? It's your responsibility and your place to make sure that you are right. By right, I mean your health and your hygiene. We're not God. Sometimes life happens. There are conditions and things that happen that would never allow some of you to have that right balance. I get it. But what you can do is invest time and effort to minimize the chances of it being unbearable. The pH balance of majority of you ladies, your pH balance, majority of you ladies, your pH balance, particularly here in the West, is something. It's terrible. It's embarrassing. The men are talking. It's embarrassing. Why? There are many channels, many places you could go and learn a thing or two on how to maintain that side of you. Some of you invest so much money buying things that you would wear to look sexy, but when you take it off, the things that comes from your body on top of those things could make somebody not eat for a whole week because of the sight of the body discharge, the fluids that come out of your body. I'm not shaming you. I know these things are normal. But what you can do is take care of you. When you have headache, nobody can. If I walk in a factory where they bang I don't know, metals and stuff, or did something, if I walked in an environment that would, that troubles my body so much, I have some aches and pains, I can't prevent the aches and pains, but what I can do is manage it. Until such time as I can afford to remove myself from there or take care of that situation that does not allow me to be exposed to what would upset my body balance. Nobody's asking for perfection, but at least be on top of your game. Before you spend how many dollars or pounds on makeups, please spend it on managing what maintains the inside because of how you were biologically wired. Some people would take you out on dates, talk to you and never see you again. Bad breath, body odors, pH balance issues. Your husbands and your boyfriends would spend intimate times with you and they end up avoiding you. When that time of the day or night comes, they will just pretend like they're tired and want to sleep because they're not ready for what would hit them. These things are true, but they can't tell you, because in this thou shalt not tell nor correct me era of the modern women, you must be mindful of how you say these things. Because if you so much as say the right thing to the wrong person, you might get cancelled or slammed with so many things. I mean, girls could get upset. All a girl has to do today is get upset with you and put one thing on you, cry about it, and the police or whatever the authorities are, wherever she posts it, the world will buy it first of all before asking for verifications or even doing their due diligence. That's how dangerous and risky it is for men today. So we have a lot at stake when we deal with you people. But from a hygiene perspective, we cannot be together. But biblically, it's written that two cannot walk together except they agree, or something like that. You know? So how can we succeed in union with each other? How can we collaboratively work together effectively and successfully if we cannot agree amongst ourselves? We ought to have a very open and free environment, at least create it for ourselves, for your man and yourself to constructively critique each other, to pull each other up on something that's concerning you about your health, your body, whatever it might be, and outside of that, you talk about it. And these things, the fact that you even create such, you have such vibes amongst yourselves does not take away the fact that some of these topics are still embarrassing, but talk about it. You got to talk about it, because if you don't talk about the elephant in the room, it stifles anything by its size, because it will keep growing big and big until it gets to a point that you can no longer handle nor manage it. And then what happens? The quit culture. You quit, walk away, go to the next person, you encounter the same thing. And if you're corrected, please take it on board. Such persons care about you. They are spending on you. See, I know today some people think that their men spend or spoil them by spending money on them. Love is also a currency, but a very uncommon one. And if you would find you a husband, a boyfriend, a man that would spend that currency on you, please appreciate and cherish him, because he genuinely cares about you. Think about it this way too. Even if it's so embarrassing, you don't want to hear it and this and that, with or without him, it would benefit you. Your reputation is at stake. And appreciate him because he can choose to just walk away from you and walk away from that situation and go find himself somebody else. So don't take it for granted. Don't even, some of you don't even get to the point you're taking it for granted because you're not even hearing it. You're just too busy upset and attacking such men because you want to shut them up from saying it. Accept and consume me the way I am, but what if you are shit? What, should we now eat shit just because we want to make you feel good? And this is why we need more men in society today. Men who have confidence, courage, boldness. Men who are brave enough to stand in the face of oppression. Men who are bold and brave enough to stand in the face of nonsensical behaviors and ideas such as this. The fact that you think yourself precious does not make you precious. We're all special and precious. So as great and mighty you think you are, if there's something wrong, something is wrong. With that guy or without him, something is wrong. If you have a BO, go address it. Don't go use things that will block your gland. No, find the root cause. Consume some more watermelon. Eat some more cucumbers. Do some more cucumber insertion or certain things, as I've heard. Find shea butter and use it to take care of that area. Take some probiotics or some things, some medications, as I've had some females whom I have spoken to about this thing, because I had to do my fact finding. I also spoke to men too, of course. You can easily go on YouTube or some other handles and you watch videos of people, particularly from Africa, because they tend to suggest natural remedies to these things. Don't be putting chemical in your body because it's going to ruin it more. It will not just provide, it will serve as a temporary measure, and then things get out of hand even worse. Look at things that provide you long-lasting natural remedies to maintain your body pH balance, to look after yourselves. Observe what comes out of your body early in the mornings or at times when you have used certain things. Take care of you. Let your husbands and your boys and your men, when they spend time, intimate times with you, let it truly be pleasurable and not a torturous session. To a point it gets them lying and avoiding you when that time comes. Or to a point they deal with you one time and they run away from you. It doesn't need to be that way. And some of you do not know. And you end up banding on with, oh man, I scum. Do you know, I spoke to this guy, we had such a great time, he ghosted me. Why did he ghost you? Why did he ghost you? Those are very uncommon behavior among men. Those things are not very rampant among men. If we don't want you, we don't even invest coming out. So if a guy would take you out on a day, sit and talk to you, something would have upset him. Something would have gone wrong. And I'm not saying 100% of the time. Maybe the guys just sat there and thought, she doesn't quite look like what I saw, whatever, in person, but I'm going to have a great time instead of ruining this and spend some money because he can afford it. Doesn't matter. He will go away. Fine. That happens, but very rare. However, where a guy has put in so much effort and grafted for you and then he meets you one time and ghosts you, chica, ask questions. Ask questions. Ladies, you ought to start opening yourselves up to criticism. Criticism does not translate to hatred. And You would think, well, yeah, criticize me, but do it the nice way. There's no nice way to say something that's ugly. There's no beautiful way to present an ugly matter, an ugly situation. It is ugly already. It's going to be embarrassing and ugly. The point of highlighting it is just so you know and you do something about it. Have your monthly, what's the word I'm looking for? Have your monthly rituals, if you like. Have your monthly ordinances that you take, either probiotics, certain things you eat. Observe yourself before you start wanting those mad, crazy fantasies with somebody's son. Please be mindful that you are not going to go and feed them the shit from your body, or all of you as shit serve it to them and expect them to swallow it. No, a real man wouldn't do that. He would smell it from afar and remove himself from your life. Or if you're lucky, he would spend love with you, spend some love on you and tell you the truth and match. If you're lucky, he might tell you and stick around. Whichever way, if he's telling you, he loves and he cares about you, even if he doesn't know it. I'm telling you now, you know. My father always says this. When people tell you how they feel about you, whether they know it or not, they care. Because somebody who doesn't care would never spend one word on you. These are currencies of life. You don't just spend it on people you don't have any value for. So if somebody is telling you something's wrong, they care. And if you listen to such persons too, they might even tell you. Some men know your bodies more than you. Majority of you don't know these things. You don't even observe you. You're too busy putting all the nonsense masks and everything out here. Please do take care of yourself. And as I tell the man, make sure you never repeat your underwear. Your body is different. Our body is different. It's not even tolerable. Like, it should never be done by any man, let alone a woman, for fear of infection. Some of you just do this hippie thing and just wham bang, you get up and go and this, and please, we care about you. I'm a straight man. I care about you ladies. I love you guys. Do you know what I'm saying? So we don't want you guys just, no, we need our women. You're very important to us. We need you around. We need you around. We need you around. We enjoy your company, for one. You know, you help us bring our legacies to the world, right? We need you. You do a whole lot of things. You present us different perspective of life. You care about us. For those of you who are truly feminine, your care, your love is different from the care we have for ourselves. We're men. If you put us in a room, we get so bored we start headbutting each other and throwing punches. A couple hooks will start flying around. Understand what I'm trying to say here. I'm not trying to sweeten you guys up, but I just need you to understand. You see, my channel is about men, but the point of me lending my voice to things that concern men is so that is not to tear us away from you. As opposed to some other channels who speak about men and men's issue and this and that, and they're all about highlighting the problems of women so we can say, oh yeah, we know you, we point the finger. I don't want to do that. I want us to understand that we're in this together. You need us on your side, and we need you on our side. Let's work collaboratively together. Whatever the problem, let's sit together and discuss it and find ways to forge forward and resolve these things. Let's find resolution that works. Because society is on attack daily. The false information, the egotistical nonsense they keep pumping you, the dopamine feeds every day to further separate you from what's real. And a lot of you get so served. A lot of you are autosexuals. You just consumed by self. You no longer know what's real and what's not. You've removed yourself from practicality. That's not the point. The point I'm trying to make is we care, and it's out of love that we want you to know this. From men, well, from this man right here, to you guys. And to the men who have been struggling to say these things, now that I have spoken it, thank me later. And guys, do me a favor. Like, share, and subscribe to this channel. Do select the all option on the notification so you get notified once I upload. Until the next one, it's Rare One. And I wish you nothing but peace.